My colleague recommended me PULP app, but I think there are very limited coaching centers which were providing that option of daily mocks with the great analysis and all. So that is the feature of PULP which attracted me. The first thing when I used to wake up in the morning is used to check my score in the PULP app to be motivated throughout the year, to see that you are going on the right path. You need some analysis, and that is the role of PULP in my preparation. PULP is a very accurate measure to judge our preparation. By solving regular mocks, the actual how to attempt a paper, I know that fact how to attempt a paper, how to spend time on certain questions, how to just solve the questions within seconds, or how to give some time on lengthy questions which require some thinking. So that is the art which I learned by giving regular mocks.
Okay, great. So how's it going?
Yeah, fine, sir. My voice is audible to you, sir?
Yes, it's fine. So first, congratulations on such a good rank. You worked hard.
Thank you so much, sir.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, sir.
So what are the plans now?
Now I'm participating in counseling, sir. Counseling is going on. All India counseling is going on, and my state UP counseling is starting from 10th of July. So I'm participating in both of them. Let's see what happens.
So which branch do you want to pick up?
Sir, I'm looking for public health dentistry, either in King George Medical College or through All India. Through All India, I will look for colleges like GEC Bangalore and all. It is good for public health dentistry, I've heard that. Through state, I will look for King George Medical College since I'm from UP.
Okay, got it. And no plans to get into like dental or oral surgery kind of stuff?
Yes, sir.
So there's like I'm not too well versed, but I know there's like big demand for oral surgery and going into cosmetology kind of stuff. Yes. So I was just asking like about the branch preference. You said it was more about public dentistry, right? Public health.
Sir, actually, what I have plans of going to foreign countries.
Okay.
I have planned to going to US and UK, sir. So these two countries I'm aiming about. So this branch, public health dentistry, will help me in moving there, sir. As compared to other branches, public health dentistry is more helpful and more favorable in getting to countries like US and UK. Moreover, our MDS is not recognized there in the European countries,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
So public health dentistry is the only branch in which we can apply for certain jobs directly without giving without giving their entrances and all. We can directly apply for jobs, WHO jobs and all. So we can directly apply there.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
That is the reason.
That makes sense. Okay, so let's start. Just to give you perspective, the flow is going to be. We'll try to wrap things up in 40 minutes or so, if that's fine. So before we start, can you tell me how did you start for your preparation, all the way from 12th standard, 10th standard, so people know what's the history, and then we can talk about the preparation itself and challenges and things like that.
Sir, I started my preparation back in 2022 during my internship.
Mm-hmm.
And I started my preparation during my internship. I was very serious from the first day of my internship, sir. One thing is very clear in my mind, that I wanted a good government seat, sir.
Okay.
And it was just the way it has started. Slowly, I started solving that PULS MCQs,
Mm-hmm.
which I always has an interest in solving MCQs, sir. Solving MCQs was my hobby during the BDS. But as soon as I started my internship, this hobby has become into a passion, because it is linked with an ambition of cracking a good government MDS seat.
Right.
So, sir, by this way, I started my preparation. It went on. In my first attempt, I got around 1,000 ranks, sir. I was not eligible for a government seat. I was very disappointed at that time, because I worked very hard, but somehow was not able to cross the mark. But it took me some time. I gathered myself. I was very disappointed at that time, but I again gathered myself and again started preparing. In my second attempt, I got around 585 rank in NEET. and 33 INICET and 33 rank in All India rank in INICET.
Okay.
At that time, INICET has only 35 seats. So for rank 33, I was not able to get an MDS seat. I was allotted junior residency in AIIMS New Delhi.
Okay.
This time, at that time, there was only 35 seats. At this time, this May, the INICET has increased the seats to 45. So this
Okay.
time, the PG has been allotted to rank 38. Oral and
Okay.
maxillofacial surgery to AIIMS Mangalgiri, I think. At that time, the seats were less. So at that time, I was allotted junior residency in AIIMS New Delhi. I have taken the
Okay.
junior residency in AIIMS New Delhi and continued participating in counseling. While doing my junior residency, I was allotted at GDC Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh, Oral Medicine and Radiology Department. Because for my rank, that this is the best option which I had. So I resigned from the junior residency and took that seat. Meanwhile, during this process, I also appeared in Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission, which was held in 2023. I
Correct.
also cleared that and appeared for the interview. While appearing for the interview, they asked what you were doing. So I told that I was doing MDS in GDC Vijayawada. So I said that while doing MDS, we were appearing. There are very less seats, and there are many eligible candidates who are only dependent on this Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission. So based on this, they have not shortlisted me in the interview. And so the journey went on, but I was taken that PG seat in GDC Vijayawada, Oral Medicine Radiology, but I was not satisfied with my seat. I think I can do better. So I kept on preparing side by side. I appeared in the NEET 2024 examination, and in that I scored a better rank slightly from the last year. And I resigned after getting the rank. I resigned from my college. Now appearing in the counseling. Let's see what happens.
So you will get a pretty good seat. I'm pretty sure of this time. So that's good. So when you were preparing so much, when did you come across PULP?
Sir, PULP app, sir. This is during my internship. One of my colleague recommended me PULP app. See, there was one thing about my preparation is that I used to give. I believe in giving mocks. Sir. Daily mocks I want to give, but I think there are very limited coaching centers which were providing that option of daily mocks with the great analysis and all. So that is the feature of PULP which attracted me. Daily mocks plus daily analysis and all. So this is the most the attractive feature of PULP, which has helped me to in my preparation, sir. Those daily mocks so that I can judge my preparation daily. So this is the most attractive feature for PULP of PULP app for me, sir. Some of my colleagues during my internship has recommended me. I started solving PULP app, and then those daily mocks used to give me that daily booster. I will tell you, the first thing when I used to wake up in the morning is used to check my score in the PULP app. For the long duration of 1.5 year, I have done that. So in the morning, if you wake up and you see your rank in the first or second rank, then you will be very happy in the entire day. You study with that motivation. So that because
Right.
this is a very long phase, you are studying without any food. Exam will happen once or twice in the year. So that is a very long phase. You cannot be motivated. So to be motivated throughout the year, to see that you are going on the right path, you need some analysis. And that is the role of PULP in my preparation, basically.
So that's pretty great. So I'm assuming you were also using things like prep DNA and effort DNA to gauge your effort and preparation, the strengths and weaknesses in each subject too, right?
Sir, can you please repeat?
So I'm assuming you were also using the prep DNA that we have, which is where we tell you how good you are in each subject by subject.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. I'm telling you, it serves as a source of a motivation. If you're putting the efforts, if you're studying for 12 to 15 hours in daily, and that is reflecting in the mocks and that is reflecting in the analysis, because the people who are participating in the mock is actually your competition. They're not your whole competition, but they are the part of your competition. So if you are beating you on the day-to-day analysis, and if you are seeing that your preparation analysis is going better than them, then obviously you will be motivated that you are on the right path. So it helps, so it provides a very good role, sir. As I mentioned you, that is one of the most attractive feature of PULP, the daily mocks and regular analysis and all. Because if a student perform well in that, sir, daily, and he sees that how he stands in front of the competition with this via this analysis, then he will be motivated, sir. And during this preparation, a student needs motivation, because exam, as I've told you earlier, exam will happen only once or twice. So we cannot be motivated just by waiting for the exams. We need some substantial that how our preparation is going, something to judge. And PULP is a very accurate measure to judge our preparation, sir.
Right. In fact, what you say is very important because every topper that I've met, in fact, I don't do as many interviews as I used to connect earlier. And each one of them, top 10 rankers, even the first and second rankers that we used to track back in the day, they were a very big fan of daily test. Like exactly as you said, every single morning they will see their rank and then try to do better every single day by day. And those are the people that I've seen consistently take tests for the whole year, sometimes 200 days without a miss. Right. And it
Exactly,
seems
sir.
you're doing exactly that. And that really, I've seen it really helps people or students keep the morale up, but also the competition that you have in yourself, keep pushing yourself up inch by inch. Right. 200 inches makes a lot.
Very rightly said, sir. Suppose if I'm telling you it's give you a good feel, something like that, but someday or other, if your rank will drop, then you will put your efforts on to get that rank back. It will, that zeal and that energy will come back in you. That willingness to get back your position. You will put the extra efforts on. So that is why that is the thing which you wanted to mention, sir. Exactly right. I agree with you on that, sir.
So one of the other features that we have that I strongly recommend is daily revision. So can you tell me how much were you using, or were you using it or not really using it?
Exactly, sir. The role of revision is very important, sir, because this type of examination is purely, sir, the type of data involved with this type of examination. If you go in that examination by just doing one revision or thoroughly, if you have studied the syllabus thoroughly, it might be on your tips, but if you will not do on the revision, it will not click on the day of examination, sir. Going by the data. So for that, and going by the intense situation which we are going to face during the examination, it will click only if we have done multiple to multiple revisions. I cannot underestimate the role of importance. You might be a topper, you might have done wonders, you might have your whole syllabus on the tip, but if you have not done a great revision, then you will not be able to crack the examination on the day of examination, because during the examination you will be in an intense pressure situation, and during all those your minds and brains you will not be able to use during the examination. During the examination, what clicks is your revision. How much revisions you have done, it matters during the examination. That is what is going to decide your field.
So the feature that we have is called daily revision. Did you notice it? Like every single day, we would keep all the mistakes from last 3-4 days for you to revise. Did you used to practice those questions on daily basis?
Exactly, sir. Exactly. That is the most important feature. The questions which we suppose the questions which we get wrong in mock, that questions used to appear in the section called as daily revision section. The questions which we have gone wrong in every 24 hours, every 3 days, every 7 days. So it will appear till the time we are getting it right. So they used to appear again and again. So that is why, because sir, the questions which we are getting right is almost right. They will get right in anywhere we will attempt, we will get it right. The key is the questions which we are getting wrong. So that is I think that is a very impressive feature, that the questions you are getting wrong will appear again and again till you are getting it right.
Yes. In fact, you kind of noticed this right thing. What you said is the questions that you get right, you will get them right anyways. If you look at our data that we see students preparing, that's very true. Like if you get a question right, and if the question repeats again after, let's say, 3 months, chances of you getting that question right is over 85%. But if you get even though you saw the question, you got it wrong, chances of getting that question right after 3 months is less than 20%. So what it means is, if you got a question wrong, you will most likely get it wrong in the exam.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. That's my point, sir.
Right. And most students don't understand it. And like I whenever I talk to anyone, I say, like, if there's one thing you have to do is complete your daily revision like a religion. Right. If you do that, you are really making a positive progress. Otherwise, every question that you spend time on and you did not correct, you will certainly make a mistake on that question if it came in exam.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Right. So that's good. So one more thing when about the practice, since you have practiced so many questions and took so many mock tests, how was the feeling during the day of test?
During the set,
The day of the test, when you were taking the real test, what was the feeling? How much was it like our mock test? Was it different than it? How did you feel it?
sir, during the real examination, I was much more confident, sir. There was a feeling in that since I was performing regularly in mocks. So it's I was very confident during the examination. Since I perform regularly I perform. So there must, suppose if I performed only in one or twice mocks, then I will be confident that तुक्का लग सकता है, सब कुछ हो सकता है, so be confident नहीं. But since I'm performing regularly, so I've convinced myself that since I was performing regularly in so much mocks, so I should face the examination that I was appearing in one more mock. There should be nothing different. If you make some examination, if you make something big out, if you try to make something big or however type of a thing from the examination, then your anxiety levels will increase, that you will not be able to, in a situation, to think about the questions, to use your mind logically. Instead of going for hi-fi things, you have to be just very simple during the day of examination.
Right.
So that is the thing, sir, which I had since I've appeared in much of the mocks. Time handling was never been a problem with me. So many of the people were saying that paper was lengthy, they have found the time short, but it was never a problem with me. I finished my whole examination in 1.5 hours because of the practice that I had with the regular mocks. How to attempt the paper, like I know how to attempt the paper because of giving regular mocks, sir. I went through the whole paper within the first 30 minutes, then started spending time on the lengthy questions or the questions which need some time, need some logical thinking. I took that questions later. First of all, I solved simple one-liners. So that's how, sir, by solving regular mocks, the actual how to attempt a paper, I know that fact, how to attempt a paper, how to spend time on certain questions, how to just solve the questions within seconds, or how to give some time on lengthy questions which require some thinking. So that is the art which I learned by giving regular mocks.
That's great. Like, in fact, that's one of the things that I also say is like in mocks you can practice your strategy, right? Many times what happens, like you would only take 2 or 3 mocks, maybe 5 mocks, and they are never enough to practice your strategy. Like you said, you were able to go through all the questions first, figure out the lengthy questions, mark them up, come back, one-liners are done, and then finally towards the end go for the lengthy one. You knew you could do all that, all those going up and down, because you had probably practiced it on mocks on pretty much weekly basis, right?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Right. So that's one of the things like that, and I always mention that just by having a good practice of mocks, you can get 5% marks extra because of composure that you keep around. And in fact, we have a story of a student in NEET PG who really used to use our NEET PG app quite a bit. And then towards the end, his friend said, "इस ऐप से होगा क्या? तूने क्या किया क्या?" And he got like really disturbed. Again, this student was he was very average student during the college. When exam came, he could not answer initially. And finally he said, "Imagine it's a pre-PG mock test." Right? And just as he imagined it's going to be a mock test, and he started doing questions like a mock test, he did very well. In fact, the final rank came was like around 6,000-7,000. And he was extremely happy that just because feeling it like a mock test, his confidence came back and he was able to answer so many questions just through instincts. And he just got through. And it was like he was one of the first guys in his class to get through NEET on first attempt. Right. So,
right, exactly said, because this type of examinations then are said very, we will see very competitive examinations. So in these type of examinations, the pressure on the day of examination is intense. Suddenly when you start the examinations, your hand will be shivering, you will be sweating through your hands and toes. So to get it, and the questions which we'll see now, sir, sometimes very, very simple questions which doesn't make any sense during the regular day-to-day study will start appearing very big. The confusion used to start, unnecessary confusion used to start between two very simple MCQs and all, because we used to overthink. In order to avoid, we used to become overcautious. In order to avoid mistakes, we used to overthink, sir. So to avoid this thinking of overthinking and breath, the thing is rightly said by you, sir, we have to practice regular mocks, and by practicing regular mocks, we will come to know the art of attempting the paper, how to attempt the paper. But as we will start the examination, sir, will not be in a very calm and composed manner. We will be very tense. So during that phase, we need not to, for the first 30 minutes, need not to think to any question. Just go through the entire paper, attempt very simple questions, which are ABCD type of questions. Attempt only those questions in the first 30 minutes. Okay. You will attempt some questions in the first 30 minutes. You will feel very good. You will feel good about yourself. You will go through the entire paper. Once you will go through the entire paper, you will not have that the fear of that not seeing the paper. Yes. Go through the entire paper and then come back to the paper. Then start attempting medium questions for the second round. Second round you will again become more confident. Then go to the third round. Then move towards hard questions. And I'm explaining in the terms of the PULP app. Easy, hard, medium and hard. Then move to the hard questions. In the third round, you will move to the hard questions. Again, go through the entire paper. You will be very confident at time because you will be attempted around 180 to 200 questions. Now, whatever time you have, go through the questions which require more thinking, which are lengthy, very hard questions, but it doesn't matter because the questions which you know, you have already attempted. Now, it's your time to increase your marks, increase your rank.
Awesome.
So that's how if you'll attempt the paper, that will be very easy for you to face the paper.
That's a really great advice on like how to think about the paper, and even the fact like when we see easy, medium, hard, and very hard questions, only when you practice you have an instinct to say, yes, this is an easy question, this is a medium question. If you don't do it, as you said, even easy ones starts appearing very difficult questions, right? So that's very, very true. Yeah. So a few more questions. Can you tell me, in your college, were you in the top percentiles or medium? How were you doing in your college?
So during my when I started my course, I was a very mediocre student. I was a very average student. Is that a correct term to use, sir? I even had a supply in my first attempts my first year, sir.
Okay, so that I think that's normal. Even when my brother was doing medicine, he was just the same way.
So as I've started my preparation, as I started my BDS journey, sir, I was a very average student. As I've mentioned you earlier, sir, I got supply during my first year, sir. But slowly as the thing went on, my performance increased during my second year. I was able to pass my examination without any supplementary examination. In the third year, I became interested in my academics. I started thinking about my post-graduation preparation. I have not started the preparation, but I've started thinking about the means. I've become more of that academic type of a person. I have started studying the subjects by having an objective mindset. Means how to use that knowledge for solving MCQs. I've not started solving some of that MCQ books like Pearls and the other books which are available in the market. I started solving those flashcards and all during my third year. So I become interested. That MCQ, as I've told you, was solving MCQs was my hobby. I get pleasure by solving MCQs. So during my third year, this hobby developed during my third year by solving those flashcards and all those interesting MCQs of medicine, surgery, and oral pathology. So by then, that third year went on like that. I was among the rankers of my class during the third year. Then during final year, sir, all the subjects were clinical, so very interesting subjects, sir. I have the final year subjects I have solved in the final year only, sir. During my final year, I've solved the MCQs of those prosto, endo, cons, in all those subjects, oral medicine and pediatric dentistry, orthodontics, all the subjects I finished in the final year only. So as I used to study theory, I used to solve MCQs also. So during my final year, that final year subjects were ready.
Awesome.
So I took after that final year went over, I was among the topper. I was the topper of my class during the final year, sir. After that, after the final year examination, I started my preparation full-fledged during my internship. I took the break from my internship and started my preparation full-fledged. I wanted to crack in the first attempt. I wanted to give my first attempt as the best attempt. I tried my best, but was not able to get through. I had a rank of 1000 or something like that during my first attempt. So that's how, sir. That is my BDS journey.
Okay, that's like in fact, aiming within the first attempt in BDS or MDS or NEET MDS, it's pretty difficult. In fact, as far as I understand, uh, BDS to MDS is much more difficult than MBBS to PG, MD transition. So that's like, even thinking about it, I think is a big thing. And I know, like, you got a rank in within top 1000, but not good enough to get a government seat. So that was still pretty good showing. Right. So uh, one more thing. So can you now? Yeah, I totally remember. Forgot this. Did you have a study partner?
No, sir. I have done my study, uh, whole study alone, and I've just packed myself in a single room, sir. And I used to close my room. It doesn't have any. I have studied at home, sir. So I used to close. I had a separate room at my home. I used to close my room. Doesn't have during my study hours. It doesn't have any in contact with my family or something like that, sir. Used to close my room and study for a stretch of 2 hours, 1.5 hours, and then I used to took breaks for 15 to 20 minutes. Talk with my mom. My mom has also plays a very crucial role in my preparation. She has calmed me down, kept me motivated, and whatever I think, whatever queries and doubt and whatever these anxieties I have, I can discuss with my mom. She used to calm me down, and that is the thing. So my mom was always there to help me, sir, during my whole preparation. And every 1.5 and 2 hours, I used to take break and meet my family members for 15, 20 minutes, have some gossiping or something like that, eat something. Then again back to the prepare, and again back to the studying for again took a cycle of 1.5 to 2 hours, and again used to do that. Then again used to repeat the same activity. It went on, but this happened during my internship also. During my internship, sir. During my when I took the drop, sir, I was posted as a BDS staff in my college in which I've done UG. So I used to study in college while working as a staff. But the college was very cooperative since I've got a good rank during my internship. So they were very supportive and cooperative to me. They have allowed that to me study. I can sit anywhere to study. There's no foundation for me to sit somewhere or something like that, or do some particular activity or do. I can study while working as a staff also. I can study anywhere. I can study for entire stretch. So most of the time during the college also while working as a staff, I was studying only. So that's how it went on, sir. I scored a rank in NEET, and while after scoring a NEET, I resigned from the college and again sat at home for a stretch of 1 month, because after that March examination, we have a stretch of 1 to 1.5 months for the May INICET. I appeared in the INICET examination. I got 33 rank. After getting the 33 rank, sir, I immediately got junior residency in AIIMS New Delhi. So I took the junior residency in AIIMS New Delhi. And after taking the junior residency, I again started preparing for that November INICET.
Oh,
November
okay.
INICET is preparing. So I used to study in AIIMS New Delhi also, sir. In AIIMS New Delhi was a side by side. Whatever time I was getting, I was studying. While because after doing the OP and doing the patient procedures, whatever time I was getting, I was studying in AIIMS New Delhi. I appeared in November 2023 examination also while working in AIIMS. Uh, Two examinations I've given while working in AIIMS. One is Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission 2023. That examination I cracked. In November AIIMS, my rank was good, but I was not good enough to get a seat, because in November we have very less seats as compared to May. So
Okay.
it went on again. My NEET counseling results were announced. I got GDC Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh Rural Medicine Radiology. I resigned from AIIMS and went there. But again, I was not satisfied with that seat. I took that seat because I was not getting anything or for my rank. I took that seat and again started preparing for NEET. Kept on. I used to study in that college library in GDC Vijayawada. I used to study in the college library after that college timings. I used to study. There are certain foundations there that the things was not easy as used to be earlier during my undergraduate college, and there and in that AIIMS, this environment was very friendly and supportive there. there, I used to walk away from the HOD to study in the library and all. So these
Okay.
type of things I've done to carry my preparation, because one thing was that in these state GDCs, yeah, after even your college timings, you had to be in the college till the time HOD was there. Somehow till the 7 in the evening, till 8 in the evening, you
Wow.
had to be there in the department. So if you'll be in that till this time in the department, you will not be able to do any other activity. So I used to walk away from the department at 4 and 5. So I've taken certain risks for that, carrying on my preparation, but carried on my preparation. I used to study in the GDC library. That's how it went on, and I appeared in the NEET examination just before the thing. I still remember. This is 1 week before the NEET examination. I was attending I was attending a national conference in some of the SCB Cuttack Orissa.
Okay.
And I came back on that, and just 2 days back, I came back there in that stay in the GDC, and then I took a leave for around 1 day before the examination. Examination was on Monday. That also was not an easy thing to attempt an examination on Monday for a PG, but that how it went on. I scored good in that NEET examination, and after getting the rank, I resigned from that college. Now waiting for the company. That is
Awesome.
in
So
short.
you had in your share of challenges, I would say that. But
Yes, sir.
I can, I'm saying you had your share of challenges, so that's pretty good.
Uh,
And also,
yes.
I can also say your mom did pretty good job of making sure you have composure, you are mentally strong, emotionally strong. So I think your results demonstrate all that. Pretty good. Okay, that's it from my side. Anything else you want to share with prospective or future students?
Sir, I will especially like to congratulate and thank you. You are doing a very good job by providing those free daily mocks to the students without taking charging anything and providing the analysis and all. Because initially I was associated with that only because of that daily mocks, which is free of cost in the PULP app. It become during my very late phase of my preparation, and I take the subscription and all. So you're doing a very nice job. Keep doing it. Keep it up. One day you will become a very good dancer, a very big institute. I'm very sure of that.
So thank you. Thanks for the compliment. This is we started it and we still treat it more like non-profit. We are building more and more apps, but our goal has always been to be almost like non-profit. Whatever we make, we kind of return back in either lower cost or keeping as many things as free as we possibly can. So it's good to hear when our efforts of keeping education as affordable as possible pays off. So we look forward to it. And when students do well and they come back to us and share us their story, that really makes my day. Right? There's nothing more joyous than taking these kind of interviews. I can tell you that. Right? So thank you for sharing your journey. It really helps me, keeps us motivated, keeps us strong to keep going on. Thanks for that.
Awesome. Very nice.
Okay, thank you. See you then. Bye bye.
Nice.